Hi everyone, welcome to our ministry. My name is Sandra. So I just want to tell a small, amazing, powerful prophetic word that happened to me last week. So last week I was in Vegas and I was coming back, and the crazy thing about this Vegas trip was that my plane got delayed. And I know that's out of the order, that's normal, but it's just amazing to me because I just want to tell the story of how the glory of God. First of all, when we got on the plane, we were waiting. We were about to take off. The pilot got on the land, on the, like, to take us off. And then he put on the announcement, he said, Bing, there is a minor issue, so we have to go back to the gate. Of course, everyone sighed. So we get there. The pilot's like, this might take 30 minutes, an hour for them to check. And they checked. So the amazing thing about this story that just blew my mind, there was this man. I don't know if he was a man of God. I really don't know. But it was this man. He stood up. He said, if anybody believes in prayer, please bow your head. He started praying. He started praying. I put my head down. Then, ding, in the middle of his prayer, the pilot said, looks like this is a bigger issue than what I thought it was. So now we have to deplane. No, not deplane, but get off the plane basically. I think it's called deplaning, something like that. And it blew my mind because before, I also forgot to mention, before I got on this flight, I read Psalms 91. Because that's something that you have to always learn to do before you go on any major trip, even leaving the house. Read Psalms 91 because it's a protection verse over yourself, over your family, over wherever you're going. So I read that before I got on the flight. So it just amazed me how God just did that. And it blew my mind with this man when he was praying. And then in the middle of it, like in the middle of his prayer, all of a sudden we had to get off the plane. And the crazy thing about it, when we were getting off the plane, I heard him in the background because, mind you, I was like in the middle section of the plane. He was the back of me. So the back of me, I heard him speaking and talking in tongues and praying. And it just made me just feel the amazement of God, because who knows, what if they didn't detect this and I was up there? Who knows what would have happened, Who knows what issue? What if the plane might have not landed? Maybe I wouldn't have not made it. Who knows? So I'm just telling this beautiful prophetic thing. Like, do not question when certain delays and certain things or certain issues happen in your life. It's because God is protecting you. God is sometimes allowing certain things like that in order to protect you for your highest good. And sometimes we just don't understand. Sometimes, when you wake up late for work, or you try to make it on time to a certain thing, or maybe you try to go buy something, I don't know, for example, and it just does not go as planned because God is protecting you. Who knows what he's protecting you from? Maybe he's protecting you from an accident. He may be protecting you from the wrong people, wrong crowd, or even, I don't know if you heard that saying, a butterfly wing that beats one part of the earth can cause a hurricane in another, or something like that. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering. So that's the same thing. You don't know what God or who would have crossed your path if God allowed you to go. So do not take it personal. Trust me, that delay sucked, because when I was on that delay, I had to go rebook a flight. Thank goodness the ticket that I bought had that flight protection, and then the delay changed things, so I was covered, thank God. So I just changed my flight, and mind you, my flight was at 6, and the next available one was at 12, so I had to sit there for a couple hours, wait until 12, but glory be to God, I made it back home safe. I'm here, safe. Nothing happened to me, but I just wanted to tell this beautiful prophetic word, like, trust God's plans in your life. Like, do not question. But it's easier said than done, because sometimes you just want something to happen right then and there. You want certain things to happen when you want it to happen. You want certain situations and instances or things just to work out in your timing. So please, I don't know when you hear this, when God allows rejections and delays and certain things not working out in your life, it's because he's protecting you. Just because that relationship fell through, just because that job promise fell through, just because that maybe financial breakthrough didn't happen, or maybe the life that you envision in your mind didn't happen, it's okay. Because even me too, like every person knows, if when you go into college, you think that you're going to maybe stick with the major that you go in with. That's a lie, because I'll never forget, I had a professor my freshman year, I forgot his name, but he said, keep in mind, you're gonna change a lot. You think you're gonna stay, but you're gonna change a lot, because life happens, situation. I didn't believe this. I was like, I don't know this man, what are you talking about? And look what happened. I changed my major 3, 4 times. I kept switching, flopping, switching, flopping. So I'm just letting you know. Don't take the rerouting or the delays, the things just going east in your life. Don't take it personal. God is just protecting you, and always keep that in mind. And always remember, God's things that He has is better than what we have. God's ways and the way He sees life is 10 times better than we have. You might see it right here, right in front of you, and think, this is all I need. But God sees beyond that. God, right now you might want an apartment, but God's trying to give you a mansion. So always keep that in mind. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please, y'all have a good day. Bye.